All right, we're back with ABC 10's Mark S. Allen joining us with the latest release from an acclaimed director. Mark.
Yeah, good morning. We're talking about Disclosure Day, and if you're a young Gen X, this is going to remind you of your childhood watching E.T. or Close Encounters of the Third Kind. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're Gen Z, it's going to remind you of your childhood watching Stranger Things. Either way, it's about aliens. I think you're going to dig it. Jay, this is a cue for you to go get a coffee break. Those of you at home who are sick of me talking about going to see movies in theaters, you can throw stuff at the screen right now because that's pretty much all I wanted to talk to Steven Spielberg about. Take a listen. There is no other experience than going to a movie. You're never going to capture it better. Every movie should be seen the first time that way. And it's a communal experience that's the last bastion you're going to have of that. So both of you pile on.
Well, you know, we believe in movies.
Hugely.
We make movies. I also believe in television, but I think there's a clear distinction between watching something with friends and family at home in a smaller venue, but then going out and challenging the world to have you go into a theater where you don't know anybody except those you came to the movie with, and allowing that audience to help enhance the experience. And always, if you don't agree with each other, if you ever knew each other, we probably wouldn't agree on many things, but suddenly we are all collectively, as a community, in agreement with what we're seeing on the screen. Movies, live venues, this promotes community, and that's what I grew up with. I'm old enough to say that I know what it's like to go to a theater with 1,500 seats that hasn't been divided up into 4 multiplexes, and I know what it feels like to sit in a movie theater and have everybody really getting off on the movie, and that's what we try to do here.
Getting off, indeed. Disclosure Day will bring people together. I suggest you do see it on a big screen. And also, like you said, he's talking about like just bringing people together, whether it's a Bad Bunny concert, Beyonce, Taylor Swift, or going to see this at IMAX.
You know, for as much as we moan and groan about the ticket prices, that was a pretty compelling case by Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and go see it on a Tuesday. Or wait a couple weeks and go see it for $1.
Popcorn.
Hey.
A beer, some wine.
Do you have a favorite Spielberg flick? One that stands out? I saw Jaws poster in the background there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's Jaws.
Yeah.
Definitely Jaws.
You can't go wrong with that. But
I could pop that on. That's like my comfort food, just to have it on in the background while like I'm making dinner. Jaws.
Very, very distinctive style.
Yeah, interesting selection there.
Yeah, red wine and Jaws, maybe not a good plan.